Here is a collection of my gardening videos. Here is a panorama of my garden plants, some of them flowering plants, while others are just shrubs kept for their appearance. We will start off with these Ixora plants with a couple of flower bud bunches. Soon these will bloom into beautiful flowers. One more set of Ixora buds on a different plant. Here is a bunch of bright red Ixora flowers and more buds which seem to be quite immature and will take some time to bloom. Another variety of light pink Ixora flowers, not looking so bright as the red ones. This is a crepe jasmine. Flowers look almost like jasmine flowers but lack any fragrance. Another crepe jasmine with a few small buds. Maybe the flowers are less because of the rainy season over here. This crepe jasmine has variegated leaves, but flowers are just like the other crepe jasmine plants. Bleeding heart vine without flowers at the moment. It has been partly trimmed due to space constraints. This is how the flowers of bleeding heart vine look like. It is an archived image from my blog. There are a few more plants in my garden which will appear in the next video soon. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you. Continuation of my garden panorama. The names of this set of plants are approximations from web searches. As they were procured years back from a local nursery, the actual names are missing. Sedges are a type of grass-like plants with inconspicuous flowers. Tea plants are also called tea trees, as there are a variety of colors and sizes of this plant. You can also see a crepe jasmine plant in the background. This multi-branched tea plant has been there for a long time and is several feet tall with many stems and leaves. This should be another variant of the tea plants. I have several of them in my garden. This plant looks like rhododendron, which is an evergreen plant. This one resembles photos of small juniper plants but not exactly similar. Nearest match which I could obtain for this is a rubber fig. This seems to be a variant of the same plant. I don't have much doubt about this plant as another one in my garden has flowered and they are Euphorbia milli. These plants have prominent thorns on the stem and are also called crown of thorn and Christ plant. This palm plant has been here for almost 2 decades. Initially we had a couple of them kept as indoor plants, later shifted outside. One of them withered away, but this one is remaining like a bonsai. Of course, all the plant names are approximations. Anyone knowing the correct names, feel free to put them as a comment so that all of us will be enlightened. Third version of my garden panorama. As mentioned earlier, plant names are only approximations based on my web searches. This time the garden pots have been painted and rearranged in the small lawn after trimming the grass which had overgrown. My biggest tea plant has been there for more than a decade. In spite of being surrounded by concrete tiles, it has grown into a large bush with multiple stems and plenty of leaves. This plant grows well without need for much care from our side and seems to be quite sturdy. The lawn is somewhat triangular and this is a narrow strip at one end. Panoramic scan from the narrow strip to the broader part showing the plant collection in this newly arranged mini garden. This is the view from the other corner of the triangular lawn strip. Moving back in the reverse direction with a closer look at all the plants. A couple of Ixora flower bunches are seen at the tail end of this view. A closer look at the plants in the center of the lawn. Many tea plants are seen in between. There are Ixoras and crepe jasmine as well. Previous views were taken at dawn, while this one was taken in the bright sunlight. One more view in bright sunlight. Beautifying garden with shining white river stones. Using shining white river stones is a good idea to beautify your garden, especially when the number of flowers is less as in a rainy season. Here is a view showing the river stones in the center of our triangular garden strip. This was the region where the lawn was there. The garden pots were rearranged to the sides of the triangular strip so that a good number of shining white river stones can be displayed in the center. Garden pots which were randomly arranged throughout the garden strip has been arranged in 2 rows beyond the shining white river stones to give a good contrast. The terracotta colored pots and the white stones give a good appearance. This view is towards the edge of the garden strip. We can barely see a bunch of Ixora flowers in the back. One more view of the upper extent of the garden strip. Actually, this garden strip is on a small artificial hillock which was created earlier for the lawn. This is a video clip panning the entire garden strip. You can see a small palm tree which has been there for a long time in our garden. Different colors of tea plants are seen. Some of them are Hawaiian tea plants or good luck plants. Several Ixora plants are there. Many plants with variegated leaves add to the beauty of the garden. A bushy sedge which has been trimmed recently is seen near the right edge. Most important, the triangular area in the center covered with beautiful shiny white river stones. This is the story of a jasmine plant grown from a small twig. It had almost withered off and remained dry for weeks together, but later it started sprouting new leaves. Finally, it has flowered even though the plant is hardly a few centimeters tall. Stages of growth follows to be concluded by a small video clipping of the whole plant. This is how the plant looked when it started sprouting a few leaves. The first picture is the full plant as it is coming from the mostly dried up twig of its parent plant brought from a relative's house. The second one is an enlarged view of the new leaves. The picture was taken in December 2020. Here is a picture in February 2021. It has few more leaves. Part of one is already moth-eaten. Anyway, the plant is certainly on the growth track and I was happy. A few more months down the lane, the plant is now bigger with more leaves. A couple of buds have also appeared. Finally, the long-awaited jasmine flowers bloomed. I could not photograph the first one as I saw it only after it had fallen down. This one is actually the second one. No more buds are there. I am hoping that some might appear soon. Or will I have to wait long as I had to see the plant sprouting? This is a short video clip of the full length of the small jasmine plant. You can see a tiny ant running around along the leaves as well. Small weed plants are seen in the surroundings and the split bamboo piece used to support the slender jasmine plant. Look out for the next video on my urban nano horticulture soon. This is the follow-up story of the jasmine plant which I had posted earlier. The jasmine plant has produced a new vine which is climbing up the split bamboo piece kept supporting it. This is a closer look at the jasmine vine. My previous video on this jasmine plant follows as a recap for those who missed the first one. It took almost 7 months for the plant to reach this stage. Ixora plants come with a variety of colors for the flowers, ranging from white, yellow, orange, pink and bright red. Those with red flowers are the ones most commonly seen in this locality. Ixora are known by various names as jungle geranium, flame of the woods, and jungle flame. It is seen in gardens as well as in the wild sometimes. It is one of the popular flowering shrubs which can be grown very easily without any special care. They grow well for a long period. This Ixora has pale pink flowers and multiple flower buds which look almost reddish. Here we have an Ixora with reddish flowers and quite a few green buds which are quite immature and yet to show the color of the flowers. Other buds seen at the top are reddish, almost ready to bloom. Cordyline or tea plant is very easy to grow at home. Cordyline plants come in a variety of colors including those with green leaves. They can grow into tall bushes. Here is the most common variety of tea plants in this locality. Two stems of the tea plant are seen near each other. A crepe jasmine plant with green leaves can be seen behind and between the two tea plant stems. This is a more colorful variety of tea plant seen over here. This plant has been called Hawaiian tea plant and even as good luck plant. These are perennial plants which can grow for decades like the other tea plant. Here is another tea plant of the initial variety which has been adorning my garden for nearly 2 decades. It has grown into a tall bush with large number of branches and leaves. The plant is very sturdy and grows well even with very little care. Their sturdiness can be seen from this picture. Here I had put a pruned stem of a tea plant as a support for the okra plant which had a slender stem. You can see that it has sprouted 4 new leaves. I had similar experience when I have used pruned tea plant stem as a support for my red cowpea plants. Sometimes the tea stems grow faster than the plant for which it has been used as a support, and I have to nip off the sprouts regularly to prevent it from overgrowing the other plant. Here is a short video clip of my longest surviving tea plant which has been there for nearly 2 decades. It has sprouted multiple stems and has a large number of leaves, almost an evergreen plant. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates and click on the bell icon for all updates. Thank you.